Come on, Fitzy. Vinci.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan and I am with Mike.
Good morning to you and welcome to a 50k Bitcoin stream extravaganza. We're at 50k, aren't we?
What?
Aren't we at 50k?
Oh, well, if you guys are on Telegram,
Didn't we say we were going to be at 50k by Saturday?
you said it would be at 60k.
This is going to be a tough stream.
Sorry,
a tough stream.
Sorry,
So,
we've all, I think, go to any big crypto YouTuber. Well, not yet because you still need to watch our stream. Go to them after the stream. I think pretty much everyone's lost. Everyone
I've
has
never
lost.
seen so many people liquidated since there was an incident at a curry house a few years ago in Gibraltar. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about crypto in crisis. Are we in crisis? Are we going to $12,000? Is this the end of Bitcoin? Are we finished? Should we pack up our bags and talk about flat
What
Earth?
bags? We've lost them all.
Exactly. Should we pack up our empty bags and should we start talking about flat Earth? That's what we need to decide today. So we're going to have a look at Bitcoin. This is what I'm about to point something out to you. The reason it looks like my camera is in front of my face is because the lighting and the actual camera itself is here. So I don't have an awful lot of room. So I'm not as blind as Elmer Fudd or whatever he's called. I just don't have a lot of room.
And you might notice I've got a new gizmo, which has allowed me to plug the camera I used to use on. So instead of using the webcam on the laptop, I can actually have a proper camera.
So now you can see him. Now you can see the
you can
Henry
actually
Cavill of Crypto Warehouse.
Yeah.
The Superman.
What's funny is that we were on this camera before the stream starts, and my hair's like, okay, my hair looks cool. I go to it, I switch back, and my hair's like this, and I look like I'm receding, and everything's going wrong. I'm like, oh, damn.
He's only 12, but he's been in crypto for 6 months. That's what the story is. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about Solana replacing XRP in a fund. We're going to talk about Axie Infinity introducing a cap on the number of tokens on the Axie Infinity project. We're going to talk about Larry Fink. We're going to take a look at stable coins. We're going to have, now, Binance, in its infinite wisdom, has introduced 2 lots of authentication every time I try and give you money. So every time I ask a quiz question, follow reward, comment to win, anything, I have to put in a 2-factor code and I have to put in an email verification code for every single transaction. So I think it's a glitch, which I'm hoping will be gone by next week. So when we do the quiz, it might be a little bit slower. It might take a little bit more time than normal, but you have to bear with me. And if you hear me cursing in the background, you understand why.
Yep.
But before we begin, Brogan is going to look at the markets and see just how close to $50,000 we are.
But before that, we shall have a look at some comments because there's a couple people saying hello.
Hello.
So I do want to say hello to them too. We've got Kingfly21 saying thank you for being here. Good evening. I'm here from Philippines. Hello to the Philippines. Thank you for spending your time on stream with us. Warmaster C, I believe that is. Hello, mates. We saw him on the Bitcoin stream.
Are you in Malta or Cyprus? I think he's in Malta or Cyprus.
Can't remember.
I can't remember.
We were having a special volcanic juice that day, so
we were, yeah. Well, no, he's been in the chat for a while. He's very good at. He gets all the questions right. It costs us a fortune.
Right.
It costs us money to have Warmaster C in chat.
We've got Carlos Zan says good morning. He says hello, Mike. Brogan and Mike. Tariq, good morning. Warmaster, he says Cyprus. Now flip it. Oh, we're not on certain platforms. So I can say.
No, flip those cryptos is in the chat.
I was about to say I can say I go to the YouTube chat. Perfect.
Yeah. I did say, I think I followed you on YouTube and I think I followed you on Twitter. Thanks for coming back and good morning to you.
Yes.
Hello, Kishan.
Kishan, yeah.
Who
The
else is
goat.
here?
Magsum is here, the goat as well. Daniel.
Good morning.
Crypto Daniel, I believe that is. And one of our members, now, excuse...
Jason.
Jason, oh, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, yes.
Can't get the stuff.
Sorry?
Sorry, carry on.
Can't do that, I asked you.
It's awkward in here today because he promised me $50,000 Bitcoin.
That's
he promised
not
me cigars.
true. I didn't. No.
He promised me a Lambo by Sunday.
Say any of this.
And I don't even know if we're at $42,000 anymore.
Probably not at this point. Anyway, I'm going to read these comments because I haven't actually read them. Jonas Crypto said, hey, what's up, Crypto Warehouse? Just wanted to jump on and say what's up, show some support, keep up the great content. Thank you very much for those cryptos. Do appreciate that. Maxim said, oh, I think this is trying to imbue confidence in us, which is very nice of him. Bob said, get up, stand up for your right, get up,
That's a
stand
song.
Up. Oh, I don't know.
Bob Marley.
Oh, that's.
I prefer Three Little Birds. That's a cracking song. If you've never heard Three Little Birds, that if you're sad, put that on. Great song.
But it has imbued, regardless, it's imbued me with so much confidence that we're going to go from Bitcoin. After the 3 times I thought it was going to go back up and along 3 times and been liquidated 3 times. It's been so much fun.
Do you know Brogan was liquidated that much that I didn't know you could liquidate somebody that had been liquidated to the point of being liquid. He literally poured himself down the stairs yesterday.
It was awful because we got down to like 42-1. I was so close to liquidation. I was like, I'm going to log now. because this is great. I'm going long now, so I can cover my basis. And then we fell more. It's just like, there's no point. Everything, like Bitcoin, the big news, the big dog, everything's gone up around it. And it's like, hold on, guys, wait for me. And then it's like, I don't know, I can't put it to words. I'm just not very happy.
But we know exactly why it has happened. And that's important. When you have these scientists with all these experiments and things blow up and they don't know why it blew up, that's a problem. But when scientists blow things up and they know why they've blown it up and they know how it happens, that's always something to have confidence in. Now, I'm going to call this a crypto black swan because nobody saw it coming. So we're going to cover it and we're going to explain why it happened. And I kind of covered it yesterday, not in great depth, but I kind of covered it yesterday. So if you're here wondering why we're at $42,000, we're going to tell you in
I'm in the
about
same
5
boat, I'm not going to
minutes.
lie. We're all in the same boat. Professional people who've been doing TA for 3 years have also been liquidated, okay? So it's not just us or you guys, it's everybody.
You, I didn't get liquidated.
Okay, well, I'm going to remind you guys, I'm going to look at the camera for this, okay? I said 50,000 and then he went, whoa, what about 60,000? He thought it would go above 50,000.
Yeah, not by this weekend.
The thing is, right, I had take profits at 47,999, which it went to, and I got rid of it and I had to 50,000. Do you know, honestly, you know what? Let's just move on. That's angry me.
This is going to be a really awkward stream.
Oops.
I hope you're all so comfortable.
Oh, can you hear us? Can you hear us in the corner? The windows.
We've made a little tiny
there we go.
version of us. So when we look at the articles, you can still see us, which is a good thing.
You have to really accentuate the waves.
We're down here.
Hello.
We are like the borrowers.
Hello.
Again, like the borrowers. Right, where are we? Tell me we're above 42,000 on Bitcoin.
42,843.
No, it hasn't refreshed.
But it's refreshing as we speak.
42,843.
74. Yeah, 843. Look, I've refreshed.
Have we just bring up the Bitcoin chart? Have we just pumped? We were at 41,850 about 5 minutes ago. So either we've pumped or your numbers are wrong.
I just refreshed the page. I'm gonna refresh. Like, have refreshed. Don't know what we must do.
We better have pumped. There better be a God candle.
42,806.
Is there a big green candle on the screen?
Well, I'm on the 1 hour, so that probably doesn't help. Not really.
Can anybody verify that we're at 42,800?
I've just gone to Trading View. I don't know what to do. I think you're just wrong.
Right. So, hang on.
Regardless, I'm gonna
Give me a minute. Let Brogan deal with let Brogan deal with the show.
I'm gonna complain now. Okay. So I did my TA on Bitcoin. I don't believe I did a video.
Press a boo noise. When you say
Every time.
okay,
and I'll tell you why now. No, stop. And I'll tell you why. Because I had a take profit at 47,990. Okay. Because I was aware. Because in my TA, it showed me that 48 was the top. I was like, okay, cool. I'm leaving that. And then we had so many conversations with him going, 60,000, it's going to go, oh my God, I can't wait. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll just put my take profit at 50,000. I'll keep it reserved. But there's a lot of confidence in him. And although I am the Oracle, I had to learn from somebody, at one point, and I had to learn from him. So, I thought, okay, I can trust him. It seems like 60,000. Okay, I'll put it at 50,000. The top was 48. I would have got us out in safety, but anyway. Have you figured out what was going on with your charts?
Yeah, it's the Binance.
Oh, is it lagged?
It's the Binance numbers are all wrong.
Right, okay.
We were at 41,900 on Binance about 5 minutes ago. Well, we've gained $1,000, so I'm a lot happier than I was 5 minutes ago. So where are we now with what's the market down by? Is it down about 6%?
Market cap's down 5%.
That's not bad.
Volume 25. Oops, I've clicked it. Now we're all the way over here. 25 volume is 98. Nearly 100 billion.
100 billion. 120 billion before the ETF, 98 billion after the ETF. I'll let you work out why. Next. Bitcoin dominance, tell me we're above 51%.
50%.
50.
18.2% of Ethereum.
I think somebody needs to change the bed sheets of Bitcoin.
Yes.
Right, is there anything that's gained in
Sui's up 15%.
Sui, we talked about Sui yesterday, yes?
Yeah. ICP, Tron, Celestia. That's it. Those are like the
What's lost?
oh my God.
I don't wanna see what's lost.
USDD and USDC are in the winners.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. All right, losers. Bonk is down 10%, 11% in 24
Is that
hours.
all? Is the lowest loss is 11%?
Oh no, Thorchain down 9%. You know what? I'm starting to feel every single time. And look at the right side. You can see the little chart. You can see in some points over the last 7 days it has gone up. Every time I've read Thorchain on every single stream, it has been down on every single time frame. It used to be up, and I got bored. And I've stated it many times on stream. I got bored of seeing Thorchain in the top winners.
It's not a happy stream today, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a happy stream at all.
What's people saying?
There's a lot of sadness in this room today. A lot of sadness. So let's get on with the first article then, and let's explain to the viewing public.
Trick said we need bigger screens than CE2. Yeah, I mean, the man over here, whipped up his Canva. He made a brilliant UI, but unfortunately, he didn't think for room of any cameras. So this is the best we've got.
You don't need to see my face, Tariq. You just need to know that it's covered in eternal shame.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about grayscale first of all. That's what we're going to talk about, isn't it? That's the first article we're going to talk about, and why this has had huge impact on the price of Bitcoin.
What Master C is critiquing our pronunciation of the word, which I'm not going to say because I might get it wrong. CYPRUS.
C what?
CYPRUS.
Cyprus.
Yeah. No CI. He said no CY. Now I don't know Psy. I don't know how different.
I thought people from Cyprus called Cypriots.
Is it Cyprus?
Cyprus, maybe.
Maybe. You know what? Maybe.
I apologise.
Thank you for the correction. If you could re-say the correction, because I actually don't know.
Yeah. We're going to talk about grayscale now, aren't we?
Maxim. My wife told me below 38k and I laughed and I think I'm going to cry now, lol.
We're not going
to
go to 38k.
We're all going to cry.
We're not going to 38k. I'm telling you now, we're not going to see 38k.
Well, we're going to do some TA.
If Gary Gensler being on television, bombing it for 2 days, if Elizabeth Warren being on television for 2 days and bombing it, if Jamie Dimon, by the way, who's the CEO of, is it BlackRock?
Yep.
He's bombed it for 2 days. If the worst we're going to see is 41,500, it's going to take a miracle to get it to 38k. And if it happens, Brogan will be streaming alone next Saturday because I will not be able to face you. I don't think we're seeing 38k. 38k for me was the Black Swan event, which was a conflict or another pandemic or something like that. That would have been a Black Swan for me. This is a different type of Black Swan. It's a crypto-specific Black Swan. So now Brogan's going to go over the Grayscale article, and this is going to explain what has happened. And then the stablecoin article is going to explain why this is really short-term bearish. Really short-term bearish.
He was talking about his name. It's got a CY at the end. It wasn't Cyprus. He was talking about the name.
Well, Master C.
Master C, yeah. That's what I said. But maybe I said it wrong at the start. Let me minimize that. We are on the next article, or the first article, I should say.
First article.
Which is Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF moves $41 million to Bitcoin, or in Bitcoin to exchange during price crash.
Yeah.
Some X accounts theorized that the Bitcoin crash was caused by GBTC redemptions, but Arkham data shows only $41 million in outflows. Oh.
It doesn't happen straight away.
Yeah. Okay. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust moved 894 Bitcoin worth $41 million at the time of the transfer to a Coinbase Prime Deposit wallet on January 12th, according to data from blockchain analysis platform Arkham Intelligence. The movement comes the day after the trust started to allow authorized participants to redeem Bitcoin. Some X accounts speculated that GBTC redemptions were responsible for the downturn of Bitcoin's price, although the withdrawals have been small as a percentage of Grayscale's total assets so far. Okay. That's
what the problem is. We don't have to talk too much about that if you don't want.
Yeah, that's all what he says.
We've gone from instant transactions, Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain, instant transactions. We're now talking about TradFi, traditional finance. When you sell a stock, normally you don't have access to the funds of that transaction straight away because everything in the background is working away. There have been bigger withdrawals from Grayscale than this. I think we're talking about 200 million here and 100 million here. Vanguard the only option you've had to sell as of Thursday, so the only option you had with Grayscale Trust was to sell. So there's a huge sell pressure there from Vanguard. You've got GBTC, which is being, what's happened is you now have 11 ETFs. 3 or 4 days ago, you had one Bitcoin trust, which was Grayscale. So you've got one provider in Grayscale. Now you have 11. And what they're doing is they're now all competing for price. Grayscale doesn't send BlackRock 1,000 Bitcoin because the SEC specifically said that the transaction had to be converted to US dollars at the point of redemption. You weren't able to take out Bitcoin. You had to take it out in cash because that makes it a taxable event. So what happens is you cash out your $1 million in Bitcoin from Grayscale. That then is in dollars. You then want to buy the BlackRock ETF, which might be the cheapest. So you can't say, right, Grayscale, send my $1 million of Bitcoin to BlackRock. It doesn't work that way. You've got to take it out in cash. That's a taxable event, which means you've got to pay tax on that. So you might have $900,000 left. You then take that $900,000. It's got to go to your bank account in America. Then that $900,000 has to be transferred to BlackRock. These all take days, not minutes, like we do in crypto. So what we're seeing is a seismic move of money from Grayscale, which has been tied up for almost 6 years. It's been a discount for 4 years at least. The money is leaving there, it's going into cash, and then it's going to be transferred across to BlackRock or Fidelity or whoever. That all takes time. On top of that, you've got the liquidations. Look at Brogan, look at every other crypto influencer. Every goddamn time we drop $1,000, everybody longs. What happens? Short, long squeeze, everything drops again. All of these massive wicks down are liquidations because people are going, it ain't going lower than this.
You're still hitting the desk because your camera has slowly gone on a venture towards the left-hand side.
If I move it that way, and I move it that way, am I back in the middle now?
That doesn't matter. You're in the middle now, but
okay.
If you do that, it'll move the camera.
So the point of the matter is, it's liquidations caused by everything that Brogan has looked at, and I have looked at, has shown us we're oversold. We're oversold. 1 hour, 4 hour, daily charts, oversold. Everything in TA tells you the price is going to go up. So everybody longs, and then it gets dumped on, and everybody gets liquidated, and that causes these massive cascading. If you look at the chart, which Brogan's going to look at in a minute, you'll see these wicks down, and then you'll see a step across, and then another wick down. That's it finding its level of resistance. Then every bugger in the world is longing again, and guess what? Dump on you again. So we've gone 47, 46, 45, 44, 43. And we're at the weekend now. We can't sell, as far as I'm aware, the markets are closed, so we can't sell any more ETFs over the next few days. So we should start to see a recovery. Hopefully we get back to 43.6, 43.8, and then the whole thing will happen again on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But by Thursday next week or Friday next week, I expect the inflows to be a lot higher than they have been because the money's moving around. So don't panic, don't worry. This is a crypto black swan that nobody saw coming. Vanguard didn't tell anybody at all until it went live. Why do you think that happened? Why do you think Vanguard never announced that they weren't going to allow people to buy the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust? Because they wanted it to tank. Vanguard owns MicroStrategy, owns 9% of MicroStrategy. It owns 10% of a company that's got 130,000 Bitcoin. So of course it wants to dump the price. It wants to dump the price so it can buy more. It's just a big game of whale, cat and mouse that we're stuck in the middle of going, where's 50,000? Why are we not at 50,000, Brogan? You told me we were at 50,000.
That's
I don't even look at him. Look at him.
I don't know in the things, right? Because if I didn't have you like affecting my investments, I would have exited at 48,000, and I would have been very happy right now if I wouldn't have been liquidated.
So that's why don't panic, don't worry. If by next Saturday we're at $36,000, then Mags is going to be doing the show with Brogan the Saturday after.
I'm probably actually doing a labour job.
I'm going to apply for McDonald's. If we're at $38,000 next week, I'm applying to McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to have time to do this stream because I'm going to be doing everything else to try and not do this anymore.
And also, something else. We're 90 days away from the halving. We're 90 days away from the halving. The halving signals the start of the bull run. Now, I know we've been in a bull run since last October. That's been the speculation on the ETFs, whatever. But the actual Bitcoin halving, where the supply is halved,
it is a logical, simple supply and demand effect on a price increase. Because if you make it as simple as it gets, it becomes as strong as possible.
Yeah.
Like 1 + 1, like you can't. There's no arguing around the fact that it's 2. But when you start to get deeper in math, there are more, quirkiness. So, for example, but within economics, the basic model of supply and demand is solid infrastructure. And when you have a situation with the halving, when in terms of a movement in supply, that is a very primitive economic, basic, which you learn at the very start if you learn economics, which is, if there's less supply, generally per item, there is more demand, if you think of it that way.
Perfect example, toilet rolls.
Yes.
Toilet rolls during the last thing that happened that we can't say the name of, more than enough toilet rolls in the world, except demand far exceeded supply for about 3 or 4 months.
Yep.
It might sound ridiculous. We are going to have, and we're going to coin this term today on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Bitcoin is going to have its own toilet roll moment. TRM, we're going to call it. And that is when people realise there's simply...
No, but demand isn't necessarily going up. Supply is receding.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. We're not splitting toilet roll sheets over this one. Okay. It's going to have a toilet roll moment where people are going to run out and buy Bitcoin because they realise there's not enough left. There was 1.9 million Bitcoin on exchanges at the beginning of last year.
Or Black Pearls.
There's 1.8, that's a different thing. There's 1.8 million now. Eventually, that's going to get to 1.5, maybe by the end of the year, 1.5. What happens when there's less than 1 million Bitcoin on exchanges? That's going to become a news article, yeah? 1 million less than 1 million Bitcoin available on exchanges. It's going to become a headline. And people are going to FOMO like you've never seen before because Bitcoin we're at 19.6 million Bitcoin. It's going to take another 100 years to mine that other 1.4 million Bitcoin. So we've pretty much mined the most of it that we're going to get. It's diminishing returns now. The price is only ever going to be going one way. If we are at 38,000, I'm going to sell his organs for Bitcoin. Over to you. What's the chart looking like?
I'd probably long, but that's me.
Long your organs?
No. What leverage my organs at?
I'm going to take your organs out live on air. Just watch you running past your camera every once in a while with me taking your organs out.
Let's go on the.
If he croaks it, however, then I'll get all of his organs.
Let's go on the 4 hour.
Right,
should remove that whimsical 50,000 line, which I was hoping would reach. I was so confident. I drew a line at 50. I was like, I can't wait to hit that. Oh my god. Okay, well, what I'm going to do.
I'm going to try and drop a box while you're doing that. I'm going to go off the camera because it's going to take me forever to give you anything today because they've invented this new system whereby we need 2-factor authentication and an email code for every box I drop. Even the quiz boxes are going to need 2FA.
Oh, I'm stupid, that's why.
So I shall be back.
I'm a bit stupid. I was clicking the wrong thing. There we go. That's the volume I'm looking at. Okay. It's... Oh, no. All right. So, everything's going wrong.
And also, we're 47 followers away from 80,000. So if you are watching us and you haven't pressed the follow button, press follow now. Get us to 80,000. I'd like to say I'm going to give you some crypto, but
Don't have anything to give.
I've got to jump through hoops. We've got worthless crypto to give you.
Yeah.
That's the point. Right. Oh, I'm just going to try and drop this code. Look, we're in the bottom again. Hello.
Hello.
Actually, you know what? That looks really good at the bottom. I must admit, that looks really nice.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me try and drop a comment to Winbox
Okay.
and see if it will let me do this without making me jump through hoops.
That was rough. Right, okay. All right, so Bitcoin, let's have a look. So what I've also added to our SHIB retracement, or retracement, sorry, is the golden pocket. But I didn't want to, because like everyone who uses the golden pocket, they remove everything and just have the golden pocket. I didn't want to do that. I want to look at normal levels and include the golden pocket. So what I did was I made the golden pocket. I made both the lines the same color, so it has more significance. And basically, what that is when you have your retractment, which is basically when you have a trend. So the way we draw our Fibonacci when we use it, is we draw it over a long period where it just uses natural levels in terms of its numbers, which works. But the other way you use it, which in terms is a more active and aggressive way of using it, if you were to call it that way, is where you draw it over a constant trend, and then so you can see here, we have this trend downwards, and now we've come back up, and that is, this is the retractment now, or in this case, it's coming back up, but you can do it, switch it around if you will. In this case, when it comes down in this trend and it's now coming back up, this is when you use the golden pocket. If it was to reach this area of 46,200 to 47,400, in theory, obviously you want to use your golden pocket just like any other indicator. You want to use it with other indicators for confluence. But in theory, the way it kind of works is when it hits this price level, it's going to come back. It's going to like rocket back down again. Not all the way probably, but it's going to come back down. But whether that be. But I did want to point that out because we never really looked at golden pocket, but it always interested me. So I've just added it just in case. So what can I see for the current price of Bitcoin and where we're going to go? So
I've got two questions for you.
Go on.
Where's the bottom? And what's going to be the price at midnight on Sunday?
Okay, well, the bottom is about 2 stories above us. So that's unfortunate.
Are you suggesting that we're possibly in some kind of tunnel under a building?
Oh, no. Yes. No more than that. That's what I'll say.
I'd love to talk about that on the channel, but all I'll say is, and all we're going to say on this is, read the Reddit thread about the gentleman who said he could hear Jewish voices under his house.
He heard the voices in the ground.
He heard the voices
November the
coming out
7th,
of the ground.
2023, he said on Twitter, I can hear the Jews under me in the tunnels. And they've built tunnels. Fair enough. But I can almost guarantee, imagine you're November the 8th, you're on a timeline, you scroll, and you see some absolute nut job say, I can hear the Jews, they're under me. You think this guy's clinically insane, but anyway, that's it.
So Bitcoin is now subterranean. Where should the bottom have been? Because obviously this is not price action based on the charts. This is price action based on an external factor.
And that's why I didn't do the videos yesterday for TA, because I didn't want to just like say anything.
So what should the bottom have been?
44.2
maybe.
Well, normally we were heavily above the point of control.
Yeah.
And we were quite heavily above it, regardless of ETF or not. So to consider that, it should have been roughly, well, in this case, it says 43.9. I don't know if that was the point of control previously, but that's what it says here. So, 43.9 was a...
What are we now? What's the price now?
We're 42.7.
Right, okay.
So we've come, we've crashed completely down below our point of control. Currently, it's we've got a price point 42.819. Is a resistance level. We've also got one at 43.150, 43 basically, 43.947. We've got one at 45.3, nearly 46, 46.7, 45.
They're just
6.
They're all numbers to me now.
I know. I'm trying to exaggerate the fact that there's so many peaks of price.
Where are we going? What's the worst case scenario for the next few days? What could we come down to? Okay. Are we going to break 41.4?
Okay. Well,
because Mag said 38,000, and if Mag says 38,000 and Mags is right, I will not be very happy.
Okay, well, we can see, and in our Fibonacci level, which we've drawn off our retractment at 41.5.
Yeah.
Now, this is a wick, which just came up. So wicks are quite, volatile in terms of how far they move. So I didn't want to say that was a support level because there's no volume because we're so far down. There's no volume telling me where support is.
Yeah.
So now we're going to have to use different methods. But if we look back, we can see we bounced off this exact price the 30th of December. We bounced off it a couple of times over here, 12th of December. So it has been resistance before. So this is a price we've kind of tested a couple of times before. So I can kind of say this is a support level technically. And that is, quite far away from where we are right now, which is about 3% move downwards.
To
41.5 is where our support is. How strong this is, it's been tested, which is good. So it should be relatively strong. But that's the only kind of support level I can see in sight.
Because I had 42.8 as support.
Actually, hold on.
Because if you go back over the last,
we've got 42.6.
Yeah, 42.6, 42.8.
But 42. Yeah, no, 42.8 is resistance now.
Yeah, I know. But before we came that far down, I had 42.8 as support, and obviously support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support. Okay, so where are we going to if we move up? Pick a number.
So we're below this 60 mark, and if you've watched any of our TA before, you'll know when I look at Market Cipher, the kind of understanding is when there's movements. You can kind of see in this example, for example, these two wicks are red. When there's a movement, like when the peak of the momentum wave peaks below the 60 marks on both sides, it doesn't really affect it as much. It's not really that effective. It's not we haven't had strong momentum because the stronger of our momentum we move in one direction, the stronger we'll move in the other. If you know what I mean. So if we have a slight move, a slight move negative, it's only going to affect a slight move positive.
It's like an elastic band.
Exactly. So for example, you can see in this. Oops, I've moved the entire thing. You can see in this example
all the time on the stream.
Yeah. We had. This is a perfect example over here. So on the 7th of January, we had this little area here, which only really had a 1.6% roughly range of movement with a momentum peak, which only really peaked about 47.
Yeah.
However, we've got one right next to it, which peaked at 84, which once it started to play out that it was going down, printed. Obviously, it was so volatile, but it printed out at a 3% range, so it nearly doubled the range. But to continue, we have a printed out momentum change to the positive because we're so oversold, which has started to we've equaled out. We've kind of sat rested now at 42.6, which is looking at a slight. We see before it bounced over here as well, looking at some sort of support, but we're so close to it right now. The price is 42.598. So it just matters. It doesn't matter right now what's going on. It matters if we print above or below this line. But we're currently kind of fighting at it, so it's quite hard to say, if we're going to print above or below. But our momentum is positive, which is a good sign. Our VWAP is also in the positive. Quite a large gradient, which doesn't really matter too much. Mm-hmm. But as long as it's in the positive, VWAP you normally look at if it's in the positive, above 0, or Market Cipher, it's arbitrary numbers, but if it's above 0, it's a bullish thing. Mm-hmm. If it's below, it's a bearish sign.
I just want a number.
Okay, well, we've got resistance at 43, so we'll probably bounce off it.
43?
Yeah.
That's not much of a move up, is it?
Nope.
So you said a minute ago, the harder the wick down, the harder the wick up.
Yeah.
So the harder the wick down has taken us down like 8%. So when are we going to see that 5, 6, 7% move up?
I don't know. I mean, I was going to look at money flow, but it's rough.
Right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, we are 36 minutes into a 45-minute show and we've read one article.
BlackRock chief Larry Fink sees crypto ETFs as stepping stones to tokenization. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink told CNBC on Friday that he sees value in an Ether ETF. That came after the SEC approval, approved 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs on Wednesday. Yep. These are just stepping stones towards tokenization. And I really do believe this is where we're going to be. Cool.
We don't need to read any more about
That's
that
why I'm skipping over it.
because I'm going to ask you a question.
All right.
So, Larry Fink is BlackRock, is he not?
Yeah.
Right. So, BlackRock has its own blockchain. And what Larry Fink wants to do is tokenize assets. Why would he want to tokenize assets?
Right.
Why are we living? You know, when you look at acceptable norms are things that just happen and you just accept them. Why can you only trade stocks and shares between 8:30 in the morning and 4:30 at night? Why is that? It's an acceptable norm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crypto is 24/7, unless you're on the Solana network, and then occasionally it goes down for 6 hours. But it's 24/7. So you can trade crypto 24/7. Every single transaction involves a cost. Every single movement of Ethereum, Solana, XRP, it all involves a transaction fee. BlackRock wants to move to a world where stocks and shares trade 24/7 because they will go from earning in 8 hours of a 5-day week to 24 hours in a 7-day week. They're going to give more people access, so you're no longer going to need to use a crypto exchange. You'll be able to use what you want. They're going to expect more people to buy stocks and shares and who have no idea how stocks and shares work. They don't care. What they care about is the transaction fees. By tokenizing stocks and shares, they're going to give everybody in the world access to buy and sell everything that's been tokenized. You don't just have to tokenize stocks and shares. You can tokenize artwork, you can tokenize property, it doesn't matter. But that's what Larry Fink wants. He's not doing it for you. He's doing it for the transactions. He's doing it for having a world where BlackRock is making money 4 times as much as it is today. That is all he cares about. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's terrible. It's really bad. It's always good. Could be. Solana. I've drawn the chart in the background, so I'm quite prepared.
Perfect. So this is about the Hong Kong fund.
Yes.
Now, I don't agree with this, by the way.
Could limber my vocal cords.
Your vocal cord. You've done a lot of talking.
Yeah, I needed to. It's a tough, turmoil, treacherous situation we're in right now. Okay, in the trenches.
The boat is sinking.
Yes.
But I am still playing the violin.
Yeah.
So what is happening with this?
Hong Kong Virtual Asset Consortium adds Solana to global index, removes Ripple's XRP. After I read this article, I'm going to look at comments. I haven't looked at them in a while.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at comments.
It's always on the back of my mind because, like, I don't want people to comment and then I'm just not going to look at it. You know? Well, we'll read this brief quickly and then we'll go to the chart.
Yeah.
Hong Kong Virtual Asset Consortium will introduce Solana to its global large cap crypto index while excluding Ripple's XRP. HVAC's changes indicate a strategic shift towards more innovative and scalable blockchain technologies, highlighting Solana's growing ecosystem. The removal of Ripple's XRP from the index may reflect market sentiment regarding its regulatory challenges influencing investment strategies. Awesome. Comments. Let's have a little nosy.
I've got a comment.
Yeah.
Why remove XRP? We can't read an article in 30 seconds and then not talk about the article.
Can you answer the question?
I can answer the question, but is that all the article has to say? Because that was like the fastest article I've ever seen.
Yeah, I read the brief.
Right, okay. So, why do you think that they removed XRP?
The market sentiment, because of the regulation. It's lacking.
Yeah, but so... Right, what I'm... And I said this a few days ago, right? You know the next shiny thing? Like, you know, the analogy I gave was, you're a 2-year-old and I give you a red fire engine to play with. And you play with a red fire engine, you're very happy, you're brumming it around on the carpet. I then put a red Ferrari in front of you on the floor. What do? You put the red fire engine down, you go and play with the red Ferrari. 5 minutes later, I put down a talking bear. What do? You stop playing with the red Ferrari, you go to the talking bear. Crypto is falling foul of this mental state where the Bitcoin ETF gets approved and then suddenly Ethereum pumps like nobody's business because what's the next ETF going to be? Ethereum. So all the money just goes to Ethereum. And then guess what's going to happen? Ethereum ETF gets approved. All the money is then going to go to Solana or XRP because that's where people think the next ETF's going to be. But why are you going? People are ignoring the bloody good projects that are already out there. Chainlink, AVAX now, not AVAX then, Matic, Arbitrum, Optimism, the other coins that exist in this world are being overshadowed. Bitcoin is sucking the life out of all the markets. Then Ethereum's going to suck the life out of all the markets. And all of these real world projects, they're not getting their day in the sun because everybody's talking about the next big shiny thing. And what we should be doing is talking about crypto and how crypto is changing the world, not the fact that market sentiment has moved from XRP to Solana. Any fund worth its salt should have Solana and XRP in it, and Ethereum, and Bitcoin, and potentially Cardano and all the other ones around it. Not just, oh, you know what, people like Solana more, so we're going to get rid of XRP and put Solana in. It shouldn't work that way because all you're doing is you're chasing the tornado again. You're chasing the pump. Solana's up 700%. Oh, we'll put that in the fund. Yeah, but XRP hasn't moved yet. Yeah, but we'll have Solana in the fund because people like that. So we're going to have Solana instead. Yeah, but XRP is going to pump. Yeah, well, don't worry about that. When XRP pumps, we'll sell Solana that hasn't done anything and then we'll buy the XRP pump after it's pumped. It makes no sense. It's like Ethereum, Matic. Buy the coins before they go on these massive run-ups. Don't buy the coin that suddenly had a 10x because you're buying in and becoming the exit liquidity for everybody that had it from $500 and is now selling Ethereum for $2,600. You're becoming the exit liquidity. Buy the coin that isn't in the news, that hasn't pumped because it's going to pump. The other example I gave a few weeks ago, Matic and BNB, I said these two coins haven't moved at all. And what happened? Out of the blue, those two coins pumped. ICP didn't move for 10 months of last year. And then for the last 2 months, it's gone through the roof. It's not because it's suddenly become a great chain or it's suddenly become a great project. It's done that because the market has gone, you know what? ICP hasn't moved. That looks good value. We'll buy that. And then the price goes up. So don't follow market sentiment. That is absolute BS. Solana.
Yeah. Okay, so this should be pretty quick.
Tell me we're going to get to $100 on Solana.
No. We've got a similar with Bitcoin. We have a momentum wave changing to the positive.
Do you know what is the price? Is it? Are we at
91.84?
Can you move the thing over so we can see the price?
No, I don't want to keep it on the screen.
All right. What price are we at then? Because you don't tell people what the price is; they can't see it.
Fine, I'll keep it on the screen.
What price are we at?
91.79.
91. We went down to 8. What did we wick down to?
At 1.82, but it was about 88. Yeah.
Oh, my beautiful Solana.
So, positive momentum wave. Hopefully, should be positive. VWAP is also going to the positive. I mean, it's the same thing with Bitcoin. Kind of like I didn't talk about the money flow, but it's. Actually, Solana's a bit worse. It's very heavily negative. It doesn't. It looks like from previous wick to this wick, it does look like we do have a positive gradient, which is important, which means money is coming in, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
As we can see, we're slowly starting to creep up.
Yeah.
Now with this, I've drawn the fib levels a bit further back to show some actual history of movement.
Yeah.
And what we can see is when we enter the golden pocket, what it's called.
Called the golden pocket, yeah.
We do fall quite heavily. So we can see 4th of January, obviously, we entered this pocket range and we came all the way back down. And then we kind of bounced whatever. We entered again and then we come all the way back down. So if you might notice, in this area where we bounced twice, we rebounded and bounced off of $104.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, we might get to $100, but let's get to it. We bounced off $104. You can see in this range, but it didn't go all the way down as you may see over here. But you might notice over here we broke above 104, entered within this range, and kind of tried to go above it, and then we fell further below this area. So it's kind of like an elastic band of if you can pass if you can pass the pocket, then success. But if you can't pass it, it really hurts you.
Yeah.
But so I've removed the volume area, but I did draw the significant points.
Yeah.
So we've got a significant point at $90.50, $94.30, and then two at roughly about $98 to $99. But quite a big gap between $100 and $104. So we've got like about three key levels of resistance.
Yeah.
One which is 94.25, which we did see some hovering at previously, and we had actually bounced off it a couple of times before. So it is something tested. I think 94.25. I think I said. Let me make sure. About 94.33, whatever it is. Normally when you do investment anyway, you should have a padding, before and after resistances. So it shouldn't really matter exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But in comparison to these other two up here, which are 98 to 99, they didn't really get significant. I mean, they have been bounced off before, but this one is clear and cut. Like we can see here, it's bounced off it, and it's bounced off it here. Like it's a more obvious resistance and support point. So we're close to, I think, the most considerable resistance level we'll see. And then moving forward, I don't think these two should be a problem. However, the volume is larger.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying we shouldn't see problems at any of these. I think we will bounce off the majority of these. But I think the path to back to $100 shouldn't be too complicated. Are we on? Oh, no.
Let's have it. Well, I want you to do two things.
Go on.
I want you to bring up two tabs. I want you to bring up one with our YouTube channel and the Jupiter airdrop video. I don't need to play it. I just want you to bring it up. And I'm going to follow up on what you've just said and explain why in a second. And the second tab, I want you to bring a book up called Unshakable by Tony Robbins. Bring up the Amazon link. Yeah? Just those two things, and I'm going to explain why. So, Brogan's just said, we're at $92. What is going to get us back? Bullish news. The Jupiter airdrop, it's called Jupanuary, I believe. Jupanuary, they've called it. The Jupiter airdrop is going to bring $1 billion to Solana, which is roughly, about 2% of its market cap? Something like that, okay? So we made a video on the Jupiter airdrop, which is explaining how to go and get those tokens for free. So the video is up there. Brogan's just brought it up.
Yeah, I've got the cameras on, but I can...
Right, yeah. So Brogan said the money's coming back in. We could get to $100. What's gonna change us to get us to $100? Now, there's a little bit of psychology involved with this, which we talked before about stable coins. I'm going to keep it quick because we're running out of time. But when you sell on Ethereum, you sell to stable coins. People in Solana sell to Solana. Look at what happened with the Pi airdrop. I got a Pi airdrop. What did I do? I sold it for 21 Sol. I didn't sell it to USDC. I sold it to Sol. Brogan and myself are going to get the Jupiter airdrop. We are probably going to sell it, or I'm going to sell it at least.
I'm definitely selling it.
I'm going to sell mine to Solana. The mindset of people on Ethereum and Solana are different. Why is that important? Is because we're potentially going to see $400 or $500 million worth of Solana orders in the next 10 days. And that is going to pump the price of Solana, irrespective of Bitcoin. So the video, if you can bring them up,
Yep.
just to show people, we're not going to play them or anything.
Oops.
Just want to show people. So we've done a Jupiter airdrop video. The reason I'm showing you this is underneath are all the links for you to go and see if you are eligible for the Jupiter airdrop. You might have
this one mainly. You just put your wallet address in.
Yeah. You put your wallet address in. It tells you what airdrops on the Solana blockchain you're eligible for. So go and check them out. That's the first thing. The second thing is if you bring up Unshakable. You got it?
Yep.
Right. The psychology of trading is buy high, panic sell low. Everybody's now worried that we've got a $90 Solana. If I said to you 4 weeks ago, I am going to sell you 10 Solana for $95 and the price is $120, you're going to buy them off me because you know it's worth $120. When stocks and shares fall, and this book isn't written about crypto, it's written about stocks and shares, and again, I'm going to keep it quick, it reverses your mentality on how you trade. When you see a $41,000 Bitcoin or an $88 Solana, and you know that the potential of that is to get to $400 or $500 or $250,000, you should be looking at this as an opportunity to buy. A few weeks ago, I said, keep some cash on the side. It'll do well. I made a couple of little trades and I sold a few days before the ETF. And I was looking at the prices of what had sold and it was just kept going up and up and up. And now it's all crashed down and my USDC is worth more than the crash. So now I'm going to put that back in, hopefully next Monday and Tuesday, and see what's going to go. So go and read that book. I think you can get it for like $2 or something on Kindle. Go and read the book. Go and watch our Jupiter video.
You can get it for less if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, we can't mention that. But it's about $2 if you get it on a Kindle. And watch our video. Maybe Brogan will drop a special link in our Telegram group to the book.
Yeah.
Potentially, Brogan could do that for you.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a special offer.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're quite close with him actually. So we can get it pretty cheap.
Yeah. So we'll do that. So if you want to get a copy of the book, maybe join our Telegram group, and we'll give you a link to go and get that book.
Yeah.
That's important to read. It's only like 200 pages long. It also explains that the 5 or 6 largest ever pumps in stock markets come after the 5 or 6 largest ever drops in the stock market. Like Brogan was talking before, the faster something comes down, the sharper it snaps up on the whole. Yeah.
I mean, because it works similar with, when things are going. And he said this about my say video came out. Was that public? Or was it Beam was public? I think Beam was public. Because okay, well, for my TA videos, Beam I think was public, and I said it was going to go up, and obviously it was going to go up because of all the news. But for the members, I made a save it, and you've probably seen it. We could probably release it for public just to see, to backlog it. But basically, I send the video. It says it's going to come down to 62 something, and then come back up. And I was saying in the video, I'm fully aware of all the ETF news going to go up, blah, blah, blah. And then I put in my trade, and it was it went up, and I have this curse where I like to place trades at considerable price levels of resistance and support. So we broke above it and we kept on bouncing off my my investment. But what I said in the video is going to come down and go back up. It started to go up because news came out a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. But and I was saying to him, oh yeah, I'm down 20% or whatever it is, and he was saying, do you want to hide the video, whatever it was, I think he said. And I was saying to him, no, I'm not going to hide the video. Number one, because I don't want to be, false. And number two is I was fully aware that it was going up so fast it couldn't maintain this speed or this height. And obviously in normal trading, you're aware, when the price rises up this high, it needs to come back down to consolidate. And with say, obviously, it was going up purely based on news. There's no tangible reason for it to be going up other than something else going up. So it came right back down to where it was and some. So we actually came down to 62 where I said it would, and then we went up again. So it played out exactly how I did. Just for the fact that it didn't play out immediately how I said it would, doesn't mean it didn't do what I said. So within Unshakable, holding your ground and stuff, I suppose that there you go. That's an example. But again, when we're talking about prices go up, or prices go down, they can sharply go up due to the fact that there might not be a tangible reason. And what my point is, I think that the importance of these sharp movements is there a tangible reason? Is there an understandable reason for this movement?
Yeah.
Is this something which is backed by a numerical value in terms of a high money flow in, or is it a news-based where it's not so much based? The price isn't based on any sort of price, there's not a bull pennant or a bull flag, and something's going up due to a chart diagram or anything like that, and it's just based off news. So there you go.
I think if you look at like Jason Casper, yeah. So Jason Casper's the guy he does his crypto on a treadmill,
yeah,
right?
Great.
And he's a funny guy. So he has been long in Bitcoin and long in Bitcoin, and then he shorted Bitcoin. And then the other day, maybe Thursday evening or Friday morning, he got absolutely liquidated because he longed at 43 or something like that, 44, and it just crashed, right? Yeah. And he published his liquidation. And the reason he did it, and hats off to him, like you just said a minute ago, right? Hats off to him. It was his conviction. By the way, I apologize for moving around, but it's taken me a lot longer to drop any kind of crypto today because of this two-factor authentication they've added. But the point of the matter is, he's going to be right 7 or 8 times out of 10. And if you think about it, you've got a 50-50 chance of something going up and down. So he is 60% better than average, if you look at it that way. But when he gets it wrong, and everybody got it wrong, he published it. But he's got the conviction to publish it, because he might get it wrong the next 10 times and still publish them to show where he went wrong. And sometimes things take over the charts. The black swans. This has been, in my opinion, a black swan. We should be at $48,000 to $50,000. If you take away the sell orders from Vanguard, if you take away the sell pressure from Grayscale directly, we'd be at $50,000. And that's my conviction. You know, I have faith in a $50,000 Bitcoin. Brogan has faith in a $50,000 Bitcoin. But the market, because of real life, you know, people who are selling their Grayscale stock, for example, they've been holding it since Bitcoin was $12,000, $10,000. So they're selling at $42,000. They've made 4x their money. So you can't blame them for selling.
No.
What took us all by surprise was the way that the other players who've tried to manipulate the markets have played out. And because of that, Solana, ADA, XRP, the entire thing's been hit. Why should XRP or Solana drop? Because Grayscale is selling its shares. Because people are selling altcoins to buy cheaper Bitcoin. That's what they're doing. Bitcoin's at $48,000. XRP's at 60 cents. Bitcoin goes to $42,000. XRP goes to 50 cents because the money's coming out of XRP into Bitcoin. So the money's moving back and forth. Just hold the conviction that we're going to get to these price targets. Don't panic. We're not in crisis. We're in a week or two of noise that we're going to get through, and we're going to come out. And by the summer, we're going to be easily 50 to 60,000. And if we're not, then I have no explanation why we're not, because we should be. We've opened the doors to billions and billions of dollars of traditional money. That isn't going to come in overnight, but it's going to come in. And the halving, like Brogan said before, the halving is halving the supply that miners can send to exchanges to be sold. So we have less demand and a massive increase, less supply and a massive increase in demand. The price isn't going to be at $42,000 this time in June. I'm telling you now, it won't happen.
I mean, when I test you, I think I've talked about Telegram and other streams. Like when I do my, longs and shorts, I don't put stop losses. Like this is my conviction. This is my bet. If I get it wrong, it's my fault.
Yeah.
I put a take profit. Because I've done the TA to tell me where it should go.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I was doing like high leverage, like risk based, like 5 minute stuff, then that's different. If I was scalping, because that's like things can change in an instant.
Yeah.
If you're doing high leverage, but when you're doing, like 20x, 25x, 10x, like obviously 20x might be quite substantial, but when you're doing these leverage trading, which can go over over a longer period of time, instead of you enter in 2 minutes later you exit, when it actually follows a more structured approach, I don't put stop losses.
No. Question for you. Should I buy, hang on, I'm just moving it out again. Should I buy Bitcoin today or should I buy Bitcoin tomorrow? If you had to pick, not financial advice, of course, if you had to pick a day to buy Bitcoin, would you buy it today or tomorrow?
Let me open the chart.
I would buy it today.
Let me have a look.
I'm going to put my hat on.
Well, we have, I don't think the chart's up, but no, cancel that. It's bounded by F keys, so it just does stuff by itself. So I'm bound high camera by F5, so just refresh it every time. So obviously we see our momentum wave is equaling out. VWAP is positive. Money flow could be starting to round out. It hasn't really gone down too much, and we are at a support point which we have seen before, tested quite strong. So there's quite a lot of signs pointing that this is a pit stop,
a local bottom.
Exactly, and what's quite nice
and that's not a farmer's girl, by the way. A local bottom is not a farmer's girl.
Marcus, I need it.
I don't know what buttons to press. I can't see. I'll end up turning the stream off.
Come
Come on, that's a good joke. Local bottom.
Well, you can see on market cipher this slight little green dot, which you might not be able to see on your screen. No, you can't. Well, there's a green dot down here, and market cipher, below this bar, it could be red or it can be green, and it indicates bottoms and tops. So you can see up here that this red dot at this line, which is scarily accurate, 47,000 had a strong red dot telling us this is a top, and we should look for like a short or whatnot. Well, it's got the same situation. It's a lighter, smaller green dot, but it is still an insinuation of this could be our bottom. So there you go.
So it's not a local bottom; it's your bottom.
What?
What are we next? What are we on next? I can't remember what comes after Solana.
Refresh everything.
Where's everything gone?
Right. There you go. Stables.
Ah, yes, stables. So another signal that we are not as bearish as people are making out. And this is one chart and will not take very long to go up. Now, I can't see from here because he's sitting over there. What's the time frame on that chart? Is it the entire last 2.5 years?
It goes to April 2022.
Right. Drag that bottom bar to January 2023, and that will show you the last. Obviously, it'll show the last 12 months. But what it'll do is it'll shorten the right hand side as well. So you've got to drag it to the right from the left, and then drag it to the right from the right.
Right. Okay.
If that makes sense.
Right.
Right. Okay. So at the very end of this graph, and I'm going to keep it quick. Right. At the very end of this graph, it shows you the total market cap of stable coins. How much money is in Tether, Circle USDC, how much is in TUSD, all that kind of stuff. And you'll see towards the very, very end, you'll see an uptick. Now, the key here is the total market cap is what?
Of what?
104.
133 billion.
Right, 133 billion, yeah? So it was 130 billion or 131 billion when I did this last night.
Right, okay.
Okay, so what this means is it isn't money coming out of crypto and going into, so it isn't money coming out of existing crypto projects and going into stable coins. This is fresh money coming in from the outside world. And I believe there has been in the last few weeks about $2 billion worth of fresh money come into crypto. That's in 2 weeks. That's 1.5% of the total supply of stable coins in the last 2 weeks. Fresh, new demand on crypto. It's sitting on the sides to buy crypto. It's not going to buy it in one day. There is a, what's the name of that Twitter account? Whale Tracker, is it? Or
Whale Alert.
Whale Alert. Whale Alert notifies you on X, as it is nowadays, of new Tether being printed, new stables being printed, whatever. There have been a couple of occasions in the last few weeks where $1 billion worth of Tether has been minted. That's new money coming in. So something else to add to the bullish narrative is that we have $2 or $3 billion more crypto today than we had a week ago. And that might only be 1% of the total market cap, which is fine, but it wasn't here 2 or 3 weeks ago. The money's not going to come in if there isn't going to be buying. It's not going to come in for the sake of it. So something else to throw into the ring is there's now more money in stable coins than there was a month, 2 months, 6 months ago. Next.
Okay, we had a comment.
Yeah.
King Fly, guy from Philippines, thinks the month of May, the price of Bitcoin is going to 69. I think you mean 69,000. Hopefully not $69, otherwise my life will be over. Your life.
You know what? I read somewhere, and I don't know about this, so I can't prove it.
Okay.
There is a theory that within, what did it say now? Within 6 months of the halving, we will have broken the all-time high. So if we go from April, that's October, which is, what did he say, May?
May.
A couple of months earlier. but we've got the ETFs to throw in, haven't we?
Yeah.
So May could very well be
be.
69,000.
Could see it.
I think the problem is, it's like when you're in the storm, all you can see is the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the storm is quite localized, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
if you went 10 miles away, there'd be no storm. It'd be a bit windy and a bit rainy. If you went 100 miles away, it'd be sunny and blue skies.
Yeah.
When you're in the middle of the maelstrom, all you can see is the maelstrom. You can't see anything else. But if you kind of look back, where were we in October? Were we even at $30,000 in October? 25,000. We were talking about holding $25,000 in October. 4 months later, we're unhappy that we're not at $50,000, which we're going to be at. And potentially, when we hit $50,000, May, April, whenever it might be, we might never see $50,000 ever again for Bitcoin. We might never see $40,000 ever again for Bitcoin. So you're probably right. Kingfisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice name as well.
Kingfish, I believe it is.
Like that name. What's
Uh,
next? Have we got this NFT
Yes,
thing?
the crab.
I'm going to let you do this.
Yeah, I mean, it is. What I've done, I've extended the browser so it only fits where the sidebar is. So we know it fits. This is quite nice. Actually, Infinity Caps.
Clever.
It's in fact, it's token supply amid plans for revitalization.
I'm going to tell you a little thing, but I'm going to tell you this.
Oh, dear Lord.
A father's son is the only person in a father's life who he wants to do better than himself. I love that.
And I think I'm already doing it.
What's it called? I like quote, I suppose. You're getting there. You're getting
I'm
there.
not getting there.
He's getting there.
I'm getting there because we
Still
would
got a long
have
way to
profit
go.
if I kept my
Still got a long way
take
to go.
profit. If I kept my take profit, we would have profit.
Needs a better haircut, Mags. Needs a better
Talking about haircut, don't talk to me about haircut.
Needs a better haircut. He needs a better haircut before it falls out.
You need a
It's
better
hereditary, this.
That's what I've been trying to.
Did you watch that? Did you hear that thing about when you hit 30? Something like when you hit 30, that's the amount of hair you're going to have, or something like that. Have you not heard this ratio?
No.
So when you hit 30, if you've already started losing your hair, you're going to be bald.
Right.
If you hit 30 and you just start going thin, you keep most of your hair until you're 60.
Right.
Apparently so.
Ah.
Anyway.
Tiallah.
Now, before you
TLDR.
slate them, I'm just going to throw my hat in the ring. So these guys, what are they called? Taproot Wizards or something?
I have no idea. I haven't read a single anything apart from the title.
What's the name of the does it say it in the first few sentences of who they are? Because it's Udi Veerhammer, isn't it? Udi Werdehimmer. I can't pronounce his surname. Udi is the head of them. The Taproot Wizards, they're called. Taproot Wizards? Does it appear anywhere in that article? Because they are the ones that have created this project, so it should mention them. Udi Werdhammer, Taproot Wizards, they created ordinals which inscribe the Bitcoin blockchain with NFTs. They did it last year. They managed to bring down the entire Bitcoin chain to a grinding halt with this, 600,000 transactions. It was taking weeks and weeks for the network to catch up. They've had to fix the Bitcoin blockchain. At the time, I thought it was stupidity. Now I think it's genius. He pointed out a fundamental flaw in Bitcoin, which is you can flood the chain with transactions. So we should actually don our caps to Udi. And Udi and his Taproot Wizards, they turn up at Bitcoin conferences dressed as wizards with wizards hats on. Fully behind them. Hated the guy when he started, thought it was a really cocky, arrogant SOB. But like Magnus Carlsen, you have to appreciate genius.
It's King Fly. I thought it was Kingfish. I've misread.
Sorry, Kingfly.
Sorry. They'll ask me about gas as well. I will make a video. You know what?
About what?
Gas.
Oh yeah, Brogan's got about 62 videos to make.
I've got to make.
about
You know
30.
what? You know, I'll go home because it's the weekend. Because I've got to do some stuff on Sunday. No, you know, normally weekend's a weekend, but I'll you know what? I'll make the gas. I'll do a TA video today and I'll post it just for the public.
Part-timer.
Okay, it's not part-time.
I didn't say that.
We've got the people. I'm gonna make a proper video with it. It's gonna be the lasting video. You know, like.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Are we going to have a crack at doing a quiz then?
do you want to just leave the article?
Should we just leave this article? We're going to have a crack at doing the quiz because we are going to struggle like mad to get the quiz questions asked because I have to go through 2 lots of authentication to do the quiz. So we're going to give it a go. If it becomes laborious, because Brogan's going to have to sing, play ukulele, dance,
Yeah, look at
do
Charlie.
impersonations, do all that kind of thing to kind of fill the gaps. So bear with us while we have a crack at doing the quiz. How has my phone, which has been on charge, gone from 75% to 65% on charge? How does that even happen? Okay, I'm going to show you what the problem is, because a lot of you are going to complain. It's not the OGs, but the newcomers are going to complain at this. So let me ask a very quick question, just to show you the amount of shtick that I am getting from Binance today. Okay. Now remember, if you're new to the quiz, you have to enter the answer as I have typed it, or in lowercase. Okay, right. 1 second. 16. Actually, you know, I just mumbled the answers out then. Did you hear that? It's old age. In about 3 years' time, when Bitcoin's at $300 million, and I'm on the stream because I've gone mad from all the champagne I drank, Brogan's going to be sitting there in the corner, tearing it up, and he's going to have this old cretin in the corner just mumbling to himself. That's the problem. Is that on the screen? Can you see if that's on the screen?
Not sure. Oh.
Can you see the problem?
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah.
Can you see what it's asking for all that
Excuse
information?
me, verification required.
Right,
Yeah.
so I need to do this for every question now,
Right.
which is, of course, utter BS. And hopefully they're going to fix it between now and next Monday or Tuesday. But if this isn't working on Monday, then I won't be doing the quiz, because this is just a right royal pain in the bum. Right, I've got to do email verification and 2FA for every single thing that I do. As you can see there, I have nothing but Binance authentication codes. It's just nonsense. It'd be great to do a poll as well to find out if people... Is anybody on TikTok? Does anybody want to see us do some TikToks? 821. Okay, I've managed to ask the first question. The Bitcoin all-time high, was it $69,000 or $96,000?
I'm not knows yet. Gas.
What are you thinking?
It's gonna go down.
It's going to go down. So should people be shorting, not financial advice?
Well, I haven't made my fair. I haven't made my fair judgment yet. Let me have a look.
There's a lot of people getting this question right, which is nice to see. Hopefully Kingfly gets this right. Have we got any music in the background? I can't tell.
Yeah, we do. I don't know how loud it is though, but we do.
If I do this, and I'm going to ruin this now. If I do that, does the TV appear?
Yeah.
So is that like some kind of Inception?
Oh, if I make the cameras bigger. Oh,
You know what? This looks amazing,
it's really good.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
And your camera looks really good as well.
Finally, yeah. It'll appear.
Okay, so the
keep it
Bitcoin.
slow.
I better bring it down again. No. It's okay. Am I in shot now?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Bitcoin all-time high was $69,000. Congratulations, 34 of you got that right. Who got this one right? Eric Lags. The light is blinding as well. Marvel, congratulations. Sam, common sense. Cyberpunk. Danny didn't win a lot. No turd is here. Bushrab, boo. Bushrab gets booed, by the way.
Why?
Because Bushrab once answered the chicken question within 3 seconds and gave everybody the answer and ruined the quiz. And then everybody moaned at me. So now it's Boo Bushrab. That's his name. Who else is here? Pilgrim is here. Bartek is here. Well, Solo Sky, congratulations. Munaya, haven't seen you in an age.
Adil's here as well.
Who?
Oh, yeah, obviously, he asked me about gas, but Adil's here as well.
Is he? I've not seen him got the question right. Cyberpunk Mary beat Cyberpunk Danny in the prizes. Congratulations. Right, let's try and ask another one. And again, just bear in mind, I have to go through 2-factor authentication and email verification for every single question. I don't like doing this.
So stupid.
It's just ridiculous. Right, next question.
So, okay. Oh, you typing? Okay. Well, gas, it's going to go down.
Yeah, this is going to take me a while. You carry on.
It's going to go down. It's going to come up. It's going to go down further. I think maybe. I don't know. I mean,
Hang on,
after
did you say it's going to go up, it's going to go down, or maybe?
well, this is what I'm guessing is going to happen. But after this movement down this line, it's open season. I have no idea what's going to happen because what I reckon we're going to bounce off this support point, and then probably, come up, maybe bounce off this, but maybe enter the golden pocket and then fall again. Maybe not to 50 or 5.76, but I think we're going to fall. But I'll do an in-depth video maybe later.
Got any jokes to tell while I ask these questions?
Uh,
Right, I'm just entering the two-factor authentication for Binance.
so
That's 1 out of 2 done. I've just got to wait for my email verification code to come through now.
this feels appropriate. How do you get $1,000 in cryptocurrency?
You invest $10,000.
You invest $2,000. You're reading.
Good one, that. I've got one for you. What did Charles Hoskinson get from Santa this year?
What?
He got a Christmas Cardano. Can I at least have a sound effect for that?
You could do it.
I can't see them.
Fine, I'll give you a sound effect.
I can't. It's a 535742. This is so painfully slow. So the question is, the current supply of Ethereum, is it 120 million or 240 million? Approximately. 120 M or 240 M is what you need to enter to win. And remember, I've given you the two choices. So if I say 120 million or 240 million, don't put 150 million, because that's clearly not going to be the right answer. It's like going to a restaurant. Do you want steak or fish? I'll have pasta. No, it's steak or fish. Steak or fish, not pasta, not burgers, not rice.
The big AI is giving me AI jokes because that's what happened, right? And the jokes aren't funny. What's made me laugh is that after every joke, it's giving me a laughing emoji.
So the current Ethereum supply, is it about 120 million or about 240 million? That's your question. I'm really sorry this is so slow today, but we are being made to jump through hoops. 38 of you got that right.
This is good. Clark Kent looked ill when I invited him to our Bitcoin trading party after work. I wonder if he has an aversion to crypto now.
Adil, congratulations. Marianne, congratulations. This is a great name. I'm going to get this wrong. Are you ready? Salvatore Ferragamo. Salvatore Ferragamo. Has that been pronounced correctly?
Oh, is that one of the people who won?
BGB. I like that name. Who else got that right? D Wang is in the chat. Long time no see, D Wang. I think it was been a couple of days. Danny Sub-Zero is in chat. Welcome. Carlos. Elian is here. Hello, Elian. Mohammed. Solo Sky. Boo. Bushrab got that right. And OKKO got that right. Congratulations. More of you got that right, but I can't read out every single name. What we're going to do now is, in about another 7.5 minutes time, I'm going to ask you another crypto quiz question, because that's how long it's taken me to actually type everything in and complete all the verifications that I need to do this. This is why we need a decentralized streaming platform,
That's kind of funny.
Huh?
There's so much don't make sense like this one. I don't know about you guys, but I invested in crypto. I'm laughing all the way to the bank where I will keep my money from now on. I don't know what that means. But this one's funny. How many crypto miners does it take to change a light bulb?
How many crypto miners does it change to change a light bulb? I don't know.
100,000. One miner to change it, and 99,999 to determine who gets the credit.
To validate it. I like that one.
That is good. That is good.
Right, next question. I've got to preempt. I've got to preempt what could be a good question, because it's such a long time. Right, we're going to ask the Brogan question now.
This isn't a joke. I just bought a dip, but it keeps dipping. Some of these jokes are not jokes. Holding cryptocurrency might be harder than real physical pain. It's not a joke. It's not a joke either.
I'm gonna. You know what? We're gonna get to the end of this crypto bull run, and I'm gonna have major crypto PTSD. I do like the. I can't actually say it on the stream because it's the name of a different platform. But people talk about waking up with. Let's call it Binance. People wake up with the Binance sweats in the middle of the night, thinking they've been liquidated. They wake up at 4 a.m. to find out if they've been liquidated or not. Right, I'm gonna just wait for the Binance verification code. As you can see, every question comes with multiple ways to verify that it is a valid payment. 86127. I don't really care if I'm reading the number out because I just need to get it done. Done. I don't think I can ask any more questions. This is just absolutely killing me. All right. What color is the Pepe logo? What color is the Pepe logo? Brogan's question. This is the last question. I can't put up with this anymore.
Whoops, I mean that.
He's booing me already.
I meant to click. I'll click the wrong button.
What colour is the Pepe logo? Is the last question of the day.
Just like a training regime, but like not like a regime, if you know what I mean. Of just like this is the question, colour logo. It's like, and people are getting it right because they've just been.
But this question's only asked once a week.
But they get it. Like it's gone from nobody's getting it. Obviously, it's not a very hard question, but like people aren't really getting it. Getting it, and now
they haven't been getting the other questions right.
Yeah, because we regimed them into knowing what this colour is. That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what? If we ever opened a bar, if we ever did a meet and greet, and we invited people, we would have 2 doors. One would have an orange logo, orange door, and one would be a green door. Right? You'd be behind the green door, dressed as a frog. And I'd be behind the Bitcoin door, dressed as I'd have a Bitcoin t-shirt, I'd be dressed as a Bitcoin.
Or we do like 2 doors, and one is the Bitcoin logo, and it's the orange, and then the Bitcoin logo altered, and it's in gold. And then if they enter the Bitcoin gold like door,
they come out the entry.
Yeah, they come out. They just leave.
I like that idea. 64 of you got that one right. Adil, congratulations. Common sense, we need some of that in chat. Common sense. Rina Lady. User Carlos. Kishan is here. MD, The Phoenix, Mobius, Orhunsk, Lyrinx. Quite a lot of you got it down. Congratulations to you all.
Yes.
I'm going to try and drop the comment to win. Before we do the outro, can you just... Well, actually, whoa. Hang your fire. I've just realised something.
What?
We are now at 80,160 followers on Binance, which is amazing. 80,000 people on Binance. That's more than the number of people that were selling their Grayscale Ethereum and Grayscale Bitcoin this weekend. Well done, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for following us. As always, the numbers are crazy. Now,
thank you.
One last thing. Can you bring up the YouTube channel?
Yeah, let me just search Crypto Warehouse on Google. Oh, look, that's the first thing.
What I will say is, I'm going to do the comment to win box now. That's going to take me a bit of time as well.
Oh, there it is. Let's say.
What I will say is that we are back probably on Monday. We've got a Wednesday night special stream, which is going to be the Star Atlas stress test gaming night. Star Atlas is a token. You can buy it on Binance. It's on the Solana blockchain. It's a game. I think this is going to create a lot of buzz around it, so we're going to stream it. We could come in the office and do it, couldn't we? And then we could get some...
Not with this.
Why not?
Oh, wait. The screen's not on.
So, well, we'll see. We'll see. The other thing is, make sure you follow us everywhere that you can. Crypto Warehouse.
Just go. Things right. We always say, oh yeah, click every button, but all you have to do, go to Google, search Crypto Warehouse, just click them all.
Yeah, and if you could, I'm just trying to type this in. Why they just make things harder and harder, don't they?
Yep.
If you can follow us on Binance, that'd be amazing. If you can go and follow us on YouTube, that'd be amazing.
Yes.
Just comment, send us a message. Our email address, everything is underneath. If you want us to look at a project, if you want us to look at your crypto portfolio, anything like that, go and find us on Telegram. Send me a message, whatever it might be. If you just want to send me a message to say, we really can't stand you, fine. Just contact us. We'll always be available to contact. We are on Telegram, we're on YouTube, we're on Binance. We stream at least 6 times a week on Binance.
Yeah.
So make sure you do that. Brogan's going to do the outro, and I'm going to drop this comment to inbox once I have completed yet again
Notification.
And I'm going to do the
outro. He's probably going to turn the lights off as I'm doing the outro, but yeah, that's normal, that's regular now. But thank you, each and every one of you, so much for joining us on this stream. I'm so glad I can actually have a good camera now. You know, I felt, you know, it might not directly affect me, but I felt it. I've gone on, you know, I've alt tabbed to our streaming area to check how it looks, and I just look at my camera. It just makes me sad. Makes me feel like I'm performing to my best self. But now we are finally sorted out in that situation, so I'm very glad about that. Hopefully the TA was all right. Now, you know, forewarn it. Everything's dodgy. Everything is dodgy. Is in the TA, it's like things.
Yes.
Markets are dodgy. That's why I didn't do videos yesterday. I was doing something else. I'll relate it to videos, but I didn't want to do TA videos because it's very, you know, themes can change very fast in the current situation we have right now. So I didn't want to say anything too, I didn't want to confirm anything. Obviously, you know, regardless of whatever I say, it's always not financial advice. But I didn't want to just say it just because of how easy it could just go wrong. But that doesn't matter. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Thank you for spending an hour and 40 minutes with us on a stream. And I think that's it. I mean, thank you for commenting. You know, it's nice to see your names. It's nice to see the new people as well. Hopefully, you know, we made a good impression, you know, on you. I did see a couple of people did say it was a good stream, or like throughout the stream it's like good, or like you know, people who just say good, but you know, like I think they're talking about the stream. So that is nice as well. I just look at the comments now. Someone said, "Have a nice weekend." That's very nice. Karzam, hope you have a very nice weekend as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the box now.
Go and touch some grass and wave at the sun. Don't look
not in a rude way, you know, not in a rude way.
Yep, and also make sure you follow us on YouTube because we're at 3,000 and some subscribers. So the next target is, of course, 4,000. So we're a long way from that. So if you can go and give us a follow over there. And the Jupiter video, the last thing we need to say, the Jupiter airdrop is probably going to be in the next 2 weeks. Go and watch the Jupiter airdrop video. Go and click the link underneath that Brogan showed you before. Go and find out if you're eligible. Those Jupiter tokens, if you're eligible for them, you'll be able to trade them on Binance at some point when the token is launched. So make sure you go and check out those videos. We do airdrop videos. The Say airdrop video has been watched 2,500 times. Go and check it out. It's completely free.
Yeah.
The wallet, the projects, the tasks you have to do, it's all free. Go and watch the Say video. I'm not going to say any more.
That's it. I mean, I didn't want to say too much. I was keeping too long, but yeah, thank you. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. No, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll do videos Monday. But other than that, yeah, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye. Actually, I'll wait. I'll allow him to have the glory of being able to turn the light off before the outro ends. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, turn the TV off. Yeah, make it really dark. Perfect. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Come on, Fitzy.